Welcome to Pharma Center. Today we are going to see some MCQs in pharmaceutic subjects. It will be very useful to crack MRB pharmacist exam. We can go into the video. First question: the powder sterilized before use. Option A, surgical dusting powder. Option B, medicated dusting powder. Option C, non-medicated dusting powders. And option D, dusting powders. The correct answer is option A, surgical dusting powder. Now coming to second question. In India, 100% proof spirit is option A, 57.7% volume per volume. Option B, 56.1% volume per volume. Option C, 57.1% volume per volume. And option D, 58.6% volume per volume. And the correct answer is option C, 57.1% volume per volume. Now coming to a third question. The year of first edition of British Pharmacopoeia. The year of first edition of British Pharmacopoeia. Option A, 1868. Option B, 1856. Option C, 1884. And option D, 1864. The correct option is option D, 1864. Now coming to a fourth question. The last edition of Indian Pharmacopoeia is option A, 2017. Option B, 2019. Option C, 2018. And option D, 2012. The correct answer is option C, 2018. Fifth question. The cells involved in humoral immunity. Option A, B cells. Option B, T cells. Option C, macrophages. And option D, mast cells. So humoral immunity is also known as antibody mediated immunity. And the cells involved in humoral immunity is B cells and antibodies. In these options, there is only B cells, that is option A. So the correct answer is option A, B cells. And another cell is antibodies. Now coming to sixth question. Mechanism of action of dry heat sterilization. Option A, alkylation of proteins. Option B, oxidation of proteins. Option C, nucleoprotein damage. And option D, coagulation of proteins. And the mechanism of action of dry heat sterilization is option B, oxidation of proteins. And the equipment involved in dry heat sterilization is hot air oven. Now coming to seventh question. Mechanism of action of moist heat sterilization. We can see options. Option A, alkylation of proteins. Option B, oxidation of proteins. Option C, nucleoprotein damage. And option D, coagulation of proteins. Already we have saw that oxidation of proteins is the mechanism of action of dry heat sterilization. This question is asked about the principal action of moist heat sterilization. So the principal action of moist heat sterilization is coagulation of proteins, that is option D. Now coming to eighth question. Mechanism of action of gaseous sterilization. Option A, alkylation of proteins. Option B, oxidation of protein. Option C, nucleoprotein damage. And option D, coagulation of proteins. The correct answer is option A, alkylation of proteins. So in moist heat sterilization, the equipment involved is autoclave, and for dry heat sterilization, the equipment involved is hot air oven. Now coming to ninth question. Mechanism of action of radiation sterilization. We can see options. Option A, alkylation of proteins. Option B, oxidation of proteins. Option C, nucleoprotein damage. And option D, coagulation of proteins. Already we have saw alkylation of proteins is the mechanism of action of what sterilization? Gaseous sterilization. And oxidation of proteins is a mechanism of action of dry heat sterilization. And coagulation of proteins is the mechanism of action of moist heat sterilization. And for the radiation sterilization, the mechanism of action is nuclear protein damage. The correct answer is option C, nuclear protein damage. Now coming to 10th question, suspending agent used in calamine lotion. We can see options. Option A, acacia. Option B, calamine. Option C, bentonite. And option D, sodium citrate. The correct answer is option C, bentonite. So bentonite is a suspending agent which is used in calamine lotion. Thank you. If you like this video, share this video and subscribe our channel and stay tuned for upcoming videos.